everyone, my name is Galen and today I will be explaining about supply chain management and an example of a company and its supply chain process. So let's get into it. So what is supply chain management? At the most fundamental level, supply chain management, or we call it SCM, is management of the flow of goods, data, and finances related to a product or service, from the procurement of raw materials to the delivery of the product at its final destination. The company that I will be giving example today is Starbucks. So what supply chain does Starbucks use? Starbucks uses a vertically integrated supply chain, which means that the company is involved in every step of its supply chain process, all the way from the coffee bean to the cup of coffee sold to consumers. The use of a vertically integrated system means that Starbucks works directly with its nearly 300,000 worldwide coffee growers. The company believes that interacting directly with farmers ensures that all of its coffee beans will achieve the same quality and flavor standards. Starbucks also works directly with growers because the company is committed to only selling ethically sourced fair trade coffee. The company even has its own coffee and farmer equity (CAFE) standards and coffee sourcing guidelines (CSG), which requires that all suppliers must meet certain ethical, sustainability, and quality standards. Starbucks uses a stringent vetting process to ensure its growers meet and adhere to these guidelines. Not only do the CAFE practices and CSG benefit Starbucks, they also provide advantages for suppliers. The guidelines protect workers' rights and ensure that all growers have safe and humane working conditions. Suppliers also must adhere to minimum wage requirements and commit to not use child or forced labor. Lastly, as a part of its CAFE guidelines, Starbucks commits to providing its suppliers with special training and education programs. Starbucks' direct interaction with growers, along with their sourcing and social responsibility standards, makes suppliers feel like they are integral parts of Starbucks Corporation. The close relationship and frequent communication between Starbucks and its suppliers, therefore, make the company's supply chain less susceptible to major disruptions, such as overplanting or workers' shortage. Next is the supply chain process of Starbucks. First is supply. Starbucks got their coffee beans from worldwide coffee farmers. They work directly with the farmers to ensure that the coffee beans will achieve the same quality and flavor standards. The second is manufacturing. After the growers pick and package the coffee beans, it is delivered to ocean liners that ship the beans to 6 storage sites in the US and Europe. The beans are then roasted in these storage facilities. Green coffee beans are heated in a large rotating drum, then their transformation begins. After about 5 to 7 minutes of intense heat, much of their moisture evaporates. The beans turn a yellow color and smell of a little like popcorn. After about 8 minutes in the roaster, the first pop occurs. The beans double in size, crackling as they expand. They are now light brown, very sour one-dimensionally. Flavor notes are dominant, while more complex coffee flavors hasn't yet developed. After 10 to 11 minutes in the roaster, the beans reach an even brown color, and oil starts to appear on the surface of the beans. At this roasting time, different for each coffee, but usually somewhere between 11 to 15 minutes, the full flavor potential begins to develop in the beans, bringing all their attributes into balance. The second pop signals that the coffee is almost ready. The moment that the coffee is released from the cooling tray is a memorable one. The smell of the freshly roasted coffee fills the air, along with the sound of applause created by the final clapping of the second pop. Okay, the third is distribution. The coffee beans are packaged for shipment to Starbucks' 8 central and 48 regional distribution centers. By only using a handful storage of facilities, Starbucks can closely manage the site's operations and guarantee that all the beans are roasted and packaged in the exact same way. The company's close control over the roasting processes also ensures that Starbucks coffee tastes all the same in all its retail locations. Starbucks' active participation in the supply chain also ensures that distribution centers receive the products they need to fulfill, so they can fulfill orders and make their roughly 70,000 weekly deliveries on time. And the last process is consumption, where when the coffee beans are then roasted and they are delivered, they are made to become coffees for customers to enjoy.